the much anticipated match between Mamelodi Sundowns and Kaizer Chiefs ends with Mamelodi Sundowns winning that one with 2-1. Goals from Lucas Ribeiro Costa and Nel Maema, while Dupree opens an account for Kaizer Chiefs for the season. Well, it was pretty much a one-sided game in the first half, and Kaizer Chiefs came with a bit of energy in the second half. But where it all starts is where we have to zoom in and check the lineups from the two coaches. There were only two changes from Mamelodi Sundowns, with one that was expected with the suspended Rivaldo, and Vala came in for him. And the other one was Mudiba being replaced by a young Tapelo Masego. From the Kaizer Chiefs side, they made three changes. Sahil started the game against Chippa. Nkosing Pile and Mdu Shabalala, those were the starters against Chippa. Today they were replaced by Usitebe, Pulemodi, and who's the other player? I'm forgetting now. Pulemodi, I'll remember. Pulemodi, Sitebe, and the Dupree, who scored because he started the previous game against Chippa on the bench. Now, I think on paper, the Kaizer Chiefs lineup for today's game, it looked decent. I think the plan or the objective was very clear from Umulifense in this technical team, that pack the middle, force Sundowns to play on the sides. It appeared as if it was a 4-3-3 formation with Castillo at the base of the three in the middle, and the Sitebe and the Mart as his eight, and then Chevaviro playing up top with Modi on the left wing and Dupree on the right wing. Well, on paper, it looked balanced, and it looked like they were really going to squeeze Sundowns and not allow them to play. Hence, I'm saying on paper it looked decent. It looked like it was going to be a tough encounter for Mamelodi Sundowns. But that first half, I mean really now, any football fan who watched this game from a neutral perspective would be honest to also say that that was a rubbish, nonsensical play by Kaizer Chiefs. I mean, all Kaizer Chiefs lovers, they would agree with me. That was that first half was unforgettable, was unforgivable, and we really don't. I don't know who to blame. Do I blame the players or do I blame the coach? In fact, what is the philosophy of this coach? What is his way of playing, his style of play? I mean, the three in the middle, as much as I'm saying they were going to, on paper, it appeared as if they were going to match Sundowns. But all the three players, Sitebe, a Mart, and a Castillo, they are similar type of players. It still says, and it still points to the management or the recruitment at Naturena as to why have they not gotten a natural six, as the old people will say, or a natural defensive midfielder. As Samgelo Zwane has not started a game since the season started, and Ingati Mulifensegi is not confident with him, and I think that would probably be one player that could be a natural CDM for Kaizer Chiefs. They are in need of such a player, and then you had a a Dupree who was really hungry, and a Modi who just came back from burying his mom. Our sincere condolences to him. And the Chivavava, I don't know, a Boko player. But you really can't blame Chivaviro because there was absolutely no supply whatsoever from that midfield three. Whatsoever, nothing. Well, with the changes from Mamelodi Sundowns, Rulani this time around decided to start the speedy Masego in place of Emudiba. Is actually backing what he said in the post-match interview against Kukune, that Mudiba didn't offer him that much in the first game. So it was not surprising to see Tapelo Masego starting today and Mvala coming in for a Rivaldo who's suspended. I would say they did pretty much very well. There was really no difference between how Sundowns played in the first game and this one. Difference being that Kukune offered more resistance than this Kaizer Chiefs. I mean, Kaizer Chiefs in this game, if we are to be honest, they didn't deserve a point. As much as they equalized, I thought after equalizing, because they scored around 83rd or 84th minute, I thought after that goal, they were just going to pack the bus or pack the train and then just fight for that 1 point. But probably they thought maybe after they equalized, maybe they could get another goal and actually surprise Sundowns by stealing 3 points. But it was not to be. One weakness I noticed on this game from Mamelodi Sundowns is that if we are to play a team that's clever and a coach that can plan very well against us, we are going to suffer a lot when we're playing a speedy, pacey players. I mean, the Moroccan guy, obviously he could tell that he was not going to match Dupree on pace, hence he got a yellow card on that one. And but now imagine a Sundowns playing a Orlando Pirates tomorrow. If we're going to play this formation and the same type of personnel, we will not survive. I mean, if we want to start with Mvala, a Libusa, a AB, the only pacey player who's left in that when we are in position of the ball is a Sailor Modao. Out of all the players I've mentioned, which is your Mvala, your AB, your Libusa, and Mudao, he's the only one who can match all of these speedy players in the league. But other than that, if he's pushed up and he's on the right flank, none of these players, even a Mandela, I mean today, a Potana, Brian Mandela cannot match a Potana for pace. So if we play a clever coach and who's able to deploy some pacey players against Sundowns, Sundowns is going to suffer. But obviously, Rolando Mukwena will plan better when faced against such sides. So that's the weakness I've noticed from my team, and I think obviously plans will be different when we're playing those type of teams. And then once upon a time, Hamilton Jingles Musimane asked a question to SuperSport and said, who chooses man of the matches? I mean, who chooses a man of the match on every game? I mean, the first game against Kukune, Marcelo Allende by far was the man of the match. Yes, Jamie Weber did well, but Marcelo Allende, considering that Sundowns won the game, he should have been given a man of the match. Today, we are also giving it to, they gave it to Tapelo Masego. Yes, he was busy. Yes, he troubled Frosler. But was he the man of the match? Or was I watching a different game? I honestly believe that Marcelo Allende was also, I mean, he gave an 8 out of 10 yet again on this match. He deserved the man of the match. If it was not him, and maybe the score would have ended at 1-1. Probably. As much as he had those two blunders, the Kaizer Chiefs goalkeeper, he also would have deserved that man of the match award. Going forward, I don't know what the Mutaungs are thinking. I mean, these guys had time to sign a new coach, and they might refuse today that they were negotiating with the Tunisian Nabi. But honestly now, it doesn't seem like Mulifentegi is bringing anything new to what Ataswane offered. At this point in time, a Middendorp and a Gavin Hunt is better than these two. Honestly, it is better than these two. Again, the Kaizer Chiefs faithful are being cheated by this family. They are honestly being dribbled again by this family. What we watched in that first half was unacceptable from a big club like Kaizer Chiefs. And had they gone home with the point, it would have been huge for them. But I'm glad Mamelodi Sundowns won because they really deserve it. On our side, Shalulile should have gotten a hat-trick today. Masego could have gotten a brace today. We were wasteful, absolutely wasteful in front of goals, especially Shalulile. He's been doing this for seasons, and I know it's a second game, but it's unacceptable from him to be missing such sitters. We can forgive Tapelo Masego, who came to Sundowns just yesterday. He's young, he's learning. I mean, there's a lot of information he's absorbing at Klokop. I mean, in a post-match interview, he said he's been having sleepless nights with Coach Rulani. So he's taking a whole lot of information. I'm impressed by the Brazilian. The previous match, I had said that I see a bit of Thembi Kgatlana in him. But today, he had a matured game, a better game than the previous one. His decision-making were excellent. And but still, man, and Marcelo Allende, that guy, he knows how to create space for himself. I mean, he is the catalyst. He's involved literally in everything. He's involved in the build-ups with the defenders. He's involved in connecting with the Mukwena. He's involved in supplying our number 10, Mshishi. He's involved in giving a taste of the ball to a Masego, to a Costa, to a Shalulile. Marcelo Allende is just excellent. He's just brilliant. We could have won this game easily by 4-0, 4-5-1, 6-1. But it is what it is. We will take the 3 points and go home. But as for Kaizer Chiefs, if you are a follower and you've subscribed to this channel, please just be honest with me, brutally so, and tell me, is this acceptable from such a big club in this country? Their play, their philosophy. In fact, what is even the philosophy of your team if you support Kaizer Chiefs? Anyway, this is Pascal Zinzi, Football, and this episode we were doing a reaction on the 2-1 win, Mamelodi Sundowns versus Kaizer Chiefs. We thought it was not an entire... Well, the second half was better than the first half. But Mamelodi Sundowns game week 2, and they are on 6 points. They've scored 4 goals, and they've conceded 2 goals. They're creating a lot of chances. I mean, in the first half, Chiefs didn't even have a shot on target. Yes, the second half was better. I really don't know going forward how is Chiefs going to, for example, now they're playing top 8 this weekend. How are they going to match Eric Tinkler's boys, Cape Town City? Cape Town City just won their match as well against Moroka Swallows. So they are on top as well with Mamelodi Sundowns in 6 points. They've scored 2 goals in 2 matches and they've conceded none. And it's going to be a difficult one for Chiefs to go to Cape Town and upset Eric Tinkler's boys on the quarterfinals of MTN 8. If you have not subscribed to this channel, please do follow the brother, subscribe, like our episodes, share with your friends, family, and your enemies. I really appreciate the support. We are now over 100 subscribers. It's big for some of us who was just starting out. And I thank you all, guys. Continue sharing, and please encourage me by also commenting on this particular episode. In the next coming days, I will also be doing a preview with a Swallows fan for the upcoming quarterfinals between Mamelodi Sundowns versus Moroka Swallows. Thank you guys for watching. God bless.